Hey friends, welcome back to Vibes and Delights. I'm Frenny, aka Friend the Human.
And I'm Slappa.
Oh man. So this week has been hectic. My brother got into a car accident and his whole wheel came off of his truck, and that was insane. Oh, and today was also field day for our babies. It was so cute. It was also mad scary because kids are absolutely unhinged. Like, babe, tell us about the kid with the ball. He said he just like, I just started that big giant
Oh
ball.
yeah, they had this big giant ball, and the game was, I guess, like the whole class was making a ring, like a big fight ring, like
Fight Club,
gladiator
elementary
style.
school.
And like four or five kids hopped in there, and then there was like an older kid from like, I don't know, fifth or sixth grade. They had like the older kids helping.
Yeah.
But they had this giant ball that was like twice the size of the older kid,
Yeah.
four times the size of our kid.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to run around, and the kid's supposed to like, just like push the ball and hit them. I guess our my daughter's class had really fast kids, and this older kid got mad that these kids kept like dodging out the way, and so the little ball had like some little handhold thing
Yeah.
on it, and he was like, "I got y'all," and he just grabbed it and just started
Oh,
swinging it
oh.
and hitting these kids.
He's like, I'll show y'all. I'm gonna learn
Hey,
your
my
day.
daughter was like second to last to make it out of there. Not bad.
Hey, that kid good. She got it from her
I told her, you
mama.
did all right. He cheated.
He did.
You got
You good.
bad.
You almost beat a cheater.
Right.
Awesome. Good job. That's my baby right there. That's my little girl. That's my little mini me. All right, guys. I just recorded 10 videos because I meant to record yesterday, but yesterday was like a little stressful. So I was encouraged to not, you know what I'm saying? So I did record 10 videos. I just posted half, and I'm gonna post half later, the other half later. And then I have a one for Friday as well. Or maybe Saturday. I'm not sure. Yeah, whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we fucking get there. Anyway, we have three stories today and then a discussion topic that Slappa picked, and I'm excited to talk about that one. I don't know what it is. I already forgot what the topic. I guess that's for the best.
We'll get
Anyway.
there.
All right. So I was gonna do Mother's Day stories, but instead let's do some weird family stories, because now we're in the in between Mother's and Father's Day. And I like, where is it, wedding season? I don't know. Whatever. We're gonna do it. No, we're gonna do it anyway. So am I the we're doing my wife, oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? That she needs to get over being upset with me for pulling a scare prank on our son. Okay, massive red flags already. There was like, I think I read an Elf in the Shelf story at Christmas, and it was like the dad was like cutting up the daughter's clothing while she slept, and I was like,
Oh, I
what
remember
is
that
that, a
one.
joke?
No, he was going like way too hard
Yes,
for a
and
fucking
then
elf
and
on the
then he
shelf.
like just decided to punish the youngest son who hadn't gotten in trouble yet, and just ruined his birthday cake. Like, he like destroyed this kid's cake, and this kid was like, "Ooh," and then everybody was like, what an asshole, and he thought she was overreacting. Bro, I don't know. I think that this is one of the many reasons why I don't trust Christmas people. like but you have the balance. There's the ones that just enjoy the season because it's festive and shit, and then you have the ones that are like, yeah, I'm gonna be crazy because Santa like invaders. But you know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, I don't condone pranks. Oh, I'll wait. Anyway, so am I the asshole for telling my wife she needs to get over being upset with me for pulling a scare prank on our son? Last Friday night, I, 37 male, was hanging out with my daughter, 10 female, watching a movie. My wife, 34, my wife, I'm so sorry. My wife, 34 female, was working late while our son, 9 male, was hanging out with his friend. Around 8 p.m., his friend's mom texted me letting me know that she was driving him home. I thanked her and then let my daughter know that her brother was on his way. She then suggested that we play a prank on him. Your daughter suggested, huh? I'm already mad skeptical in that. Anyway, um, where am I? Oh, right here.
Where are you?
Where are you? Wait a minute. I thought it would be a funny practical joke. And long story short, she and I ended up putting on scary Halloween mess that escalated quickly, dimming the lights and hiding behind a couch. I then texted his friend's mom and told her that his sister and I were watching a movie and to send him to the family room downstairs when he got home. He got home and came in, and we heard him come in and say hello and then come down from the stairs. When he got close, we jumped out at him and shouted. Now, here's where I fully admit that I messed up.
I saw that squirt.
Good. I was trying to be
seen
awkward.
You squirt.
I seen it. Oh no, baby, no. The people don't want to see that. Anyway. No, for real though. Now here's where I fully admit I messed up. I thought he'd just be startled for a second and then would laugh with us over the prank, but that's not what happened. We ended up frightening him way more than I'd anticipated. He first started running off and then ended up having a huge, trembling, crying adrenaline dump for a long time. I feel really bad, and so did his sister. His mother came home not long after and ended up sitting with him, hugging and comforting him. Naturally, she wasn't amused by my antics, which I understand because, again, I screwed up. However, she has stayed mad at me for all these days afterward. So it's been like 5 days. Anyway, 6 days. All these days afterward, man, shut up. It hadn't even been a week yet. Anyway, all these days afterward, and she will barely talk to me. I eventually got tired of it and told her she needed to get over it. I screwed up, but I didn't mean any harm. I just way underestimated how much our prank would scare our son. I also think our daughter, seeing how she is treating me over it and is being made to feel way too bad over her idea that was just playful and not bad natured. But she says that I should have known better and won't forgive me. Listen, jokes have to be fun for everybody. Hooray! You just taught your daughter a great lesson that you have to be very mindful when pranking because all need to be having fun. And if you don't do it right, you get demonized. You've demonized your daughter in this post by saying it was her idea instead of yours. I know it was your idea. You know why? Hold on. There's one more paragraph. I get it. She's always been a complete mama bear, but it's not as if I don't love our kids too. Was my prank honestly so beyond the pale that I deserve to keep getting punished over it? Yes. Anyway, so what I was trying to say is that my ex-husband, his father, would just jump out and scare the bejesus out of me. Like, I mean, I had horrific anxiety when I was young. You know what I'm saying? But it was more like the overthinking, like what's going to happen. I have to make, okay, if I make this choice, this is going to happen. If I do this, then this is going to happen. Right. It wasn't until I started living with them for a short period of time before we got married. You know what I'm saying? And before he, offed himself, I was staying with them for a little while. And when I tell you that I was afraid, you know what I'm saying? I thought he would show up in my car. He would show up in my room, in the closets, in the laundry rooms. He would just jump out in the garage. I would just be walking. We would be going grocery shopping, clothes shopping, doing any kind of shopping. And that motherfucker would jump out of somewhere. I don't know how, but he would. And he was really nice dude. But oh my gosh, I was terrified. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I'm pretty sure that man was low key unhinged anyway, not only because of what ended up being the finality with him, you know what I'm saying? But also because that motherfucker was like all about the concealed carry. He had a 6 shooter in his pocket in a Wally world and was like, hey, baby girl, because that's what he used to call me, baby girl, look at my new pew pew. And I'd be like, oh, you gotta put that shit away. And he was like dropping bullets in the middle of a goddamn Walmart. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Like, I have horrific anxiety now, you know? And then, you know, after he passed away, his son continued doing that stuff. He would just like wake up and like he would purposefully scare me right when I'm waking up. I learned to like just wake up. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't be on my toes at the very like at you know, I'm getting got. You know what I'm saying? I like had to start putting up like, bro. And then after he passed away, I swear ghosts are real because I would after I didn't hear this before he passed away, but when I like, you know, got rid of my apartment, we got this house and on the same property and then his mom built whatever, who cares? But anyway, when we moved into a house on that property, like it was big enough for all of us to have our own houses, right? Um, I would hear footsteps and they would always stop right in front of my door. And then I would hear running and I would never see anybody. And you cannot tell me that it wasn't that guy scaring me from beyond the grave as a prank. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would be out in other rooms, could see down the hallway, could see nothing, hear the footsteps. Like I noped out. I just started noping out. You know what I'm saying? I just started noping the fuck out. Like I was just like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. And now I have horrific anxiety and I'm an overthinker. You know what I'm saying? And I have mad PTSD from that entire relationship and everything the fuck else. Just because you think a prank is harmless, everybody has to be having fun. You can't change my mind. I'm sorry. You can't change my mind. I don't think jump scare pranks are funny because you're causing people damage. Like it's different if it's maybe no, because that one time could be traumatic, just like it was for that kid. That is a core memory for that kid. Right. What is wrong with you? That's your son. That is your kid. Though I'm trying so hard not to traumatize our children. You know what I'm saying? It is so hard. I'm worried that I'm going to hurt our children in some way, shape, or form. And here you are just causing emotional fucking damage for just because. And then saying it was your daughter. I wonder if your daughter's going to grow up to be a bully because she was demonized by her family and it was just her and her dad against the world. You know what I'm saying? What if she turns into one of those people? You know what kind of people. I am sorry. I got ranty. I'm upset because I've lived this life and you can't tell me that other people haven't lived this life. You know what I mean? Slap said that there was some interesting comments on here.
Yeah, they're in the comments and they have lived that life. And also a lot of them talk about how like their grandpa would do the same thing, kind of like yours. Like his dad did it, he did it. It's like probably this guy's dad pranked him and scared him. And now he bet pranked the older daughter. And that's why it was her idea.
She's not older. She's younger.
She's younger?
Yeah, she's 9.
I didn't read that. But like, there's no way that was her idea unless he's already been doing that to her. And so she wants to do it to someone else.
True.
I still think it was his idea, though.
I still think it was his idea. Hell yeah. So this one says, Top comment, it says, "You're the asshole. She may well be mad until your son fully recovers from the scare you gave him. For him to have such a huge response to your prank suggests that he's sensitive, possibly anxiety or panic prone. Nah, probably because it's not the first time.
Right.
And you should have known better. Big responses like that rarely come out of thin air. Okay. Okay. Like, you can't tell me that he went downstairs and he was already nervous about going downstairs and he was all alone in the house. It was probably dark. And then he said hello. And, like, I might have said hello, but it very well could have been like, hello, like a
Because y'all told him to
scared.
come down there.
Right. Because you directed his friend's mom to,
Which is crazy. Like, just going to let them drop the kid off and be like, okay, go downstairs, I guess. And not like see you and make sure. I don't
know. Edited to add, as if that wasn't bad enough, you didn't even comfort your own child.
Right. I'd noticed that. It said when the mom got home, she
I
came
didn't
and
even
comforted. Like,
I didn't even
you
think of it
weren't
like
doing
that. I thought that they were like sitting with him while he was crying, not but sitting with and comforting. Oh wow.
Like hugging and comforting him.
Wow.
So like,
so then he specifically wrote it that way too.
Yeah.
Damn, that's mad fucked.
like
Ooh, that's so hurtful.
It doesn't specifically say he wasn't doing that, but I mean, if you wrote it that she came home and started hugging him and comforting him, I feel
that means
like
you
were not
weren't
doing that.
Oh
before.
my gosh, you're right. Ugh. And then it says, you terrified him and left comforting him to the other parent who hadn't even gotten home yet. When your kid is so scared, they are crying and trembling. Even the most emotionally unintelligent parent should be able to recognize that they need to step in and help their poor child calm down. What is the first thing? Like, I remember when our son started displaying some characteristics of being on the spectrum, you know what I'm saying? I remember the one thing that I wish somebody would have told me, is breathe. You know what I'm saying? And like, I didn't learn breathe, like stop, breathe, slow down, like breathing causes your mind to stop racing. You know what I'm saying? Breathing, like even breath. And like, it's almost like a choir response at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like just breathing like helps me like just slow down, you know what I'm saying? And like I don't know, like I can't wrap my head around that. I don't know how else to like word it. It's just like when we realized that our son was, experiencing some of that stuff, the first thing I did was try to teach him how to breathe. You know what I mean? Even though he's still trying to work on it, it's not easy for him, But I mean, like at the end of the day, like mommy's got your hand, daddy is here, mommy is here. We're trying, we're here, we're here, we're here, whatever it takes. And then our daughter, she just, she mad chill. Our daughter be mad. She big chilling, bro. She be big chilling. I think she's actually one of those kids who's like an angel on the outside, but like real hardcore.
I can be your angel or your demon.
Like for real though. Like, but I don't anyway, all that to say is that we are trying really hard. And this dude isn't trying at all.
Also, this dude is 37.
So only a few years older than us.
Like, that's like teenage dumb prank shit, dude. What are you to your
I
own
didn't even
kid?
think about that. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Oh my gosh, you know what I just thought about? Like we were talking in our Discord, join the Discord.
Join the Discord.
No, but like seriously, something we were talking about names earlier because I'm really somebody told a story about their name from another episode, a previous episode, and I confided, I didn't about how I feel about my name, like how people even like as kids used to just absolutely were just relentless with making fun of my name. My name is 10 letters long. It's different. It's a family name. You know what I'm saying? And I love my name. I'm super proud of it. But before I was given the nickname Frenny, which wasn't until ninth grade, I endured. You know what I'm saying? And even though I love and care about my name, it was hard. Now I was an adult and I don't really use my like legal government name really in public spaces, only in business places, you know what I'm saying? One day I'll share my name, of course, I've always said that, but I think the goal is 100,000. You would do 100,000, maybe I'll say it anyway. But like, real talk though, like even adults, like they'll hear me say my name in my work greeting, like, thank you for calling insurance company. This is how can I help
Story
you
of a
today?
girl
This is the
who cried a
story of a
river and
girl.
drowned the whole. What if you just did that on a call? Like,
I do sing song a lot in my calls, but no, one day. Anyway,
if you
I'm
ever
gonna
quit a
work that
call center
in.
job,
Huh?
just if you ever are quitting a call center job,
Just do some fuck
just
shit.
start doing,
Yeah. I
just
love
break
it.
into song mid call, sing
I
the whole
love
song
it.
too till they hang up.
But what I was trying to say is that like you were saying that like they're teaching him to be bullies, you know what I'm saying? Like he's 37 years old and he's still a bully. At my day to day, I still get regular comments about my name. Um, like, oh, I've never heard that before. That's different. The most shocking being when how many people have said, well, your mom must have been feeling great when she named you, like in reference to, the stupor that most new parents are in whenever have
Oh my
their baby.
god, really?
Like, yeah, like how Luann wanted to name their daughter Lasagna.
Yes.
like that.
That's
And
fucked up. People are fucking
yes,
awful.
yes. And
Like, can
like,
y'all just not?
and then I always like because it's so like
Right.
unnecessary.
Like, you could
Like, because
just
you could
not
just be
be
like, oh,
mean.
that's different. And I, even though I don't like that because that's not a necessary comment, I will deal with it. You know what
It's
I'm saying?
neutral.
It's a neutral. He could
Right.
have just said, oh,
Okay.
and then moved on.
Right.
That's why I say, like, I'm not sure if it's really neutral, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is more acceptable than that. You know what I'm saying? Your mom has been feeling really great when she had you, because it makes me think that my mom didn't think about what she was naming me. And not to mention, it is a family name. I was named before I was even thought of, because my dad was going to pass my name on to me, to his child, his children, you know what I'm saying? Much like I did for our children, you know what I'm saying? I passed on the family name. I passed on my dad's name, you know what I mean? And like and I always say, like, if they really start like harping on it, then I'm always just like, my dad gave me my name and he's no longer with us. It's a family name. I really care about my name. How can I help you? You know what I'm saying? Like, go fuck yourself. And then they're just like, oh, and then they get real awkward. Yes, how can I help you? Like, can we get back on track? You
Right.
hurt your
Like,
own
you
fucking
called for a
feelings.
reason and you're
Yeah.
being a dick for no
Yes.
reason to the person
And
you
you
called to
fucked
help.
around and you found out you heard a story that you didn't want to hear. My dad is no longer with us, and you just made fun of the person who named me. Go fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? But all that to say, all that long ass story to say, is that these grown ass people, even today, be bullying. Like those grown ass people who are so against our transgender friends. Why do you even care? Like people ripping people out of the bathroom with their whiz just whizzing around. You know what I'm saying? Why? Why? Bullies teaching bullies. And like, y'all too old. Y'all are too old. Y'all are too old. And you know what? Something like, just as a rant, you know what I'm saying? Is I think that the reason why people are flipping the fuck out on the other side, on the right wings, you know what I'm saying? Is because like they're used to being on top. They're used to being told, like, I saw a meme earlier here. This like explains what I mean exactly, I feel like. So earlier, my phone was like overheating. That's why it's not in a case. Anyway, I still can't get over how Americans just got tired of COVID and decided it was over. The same way white people got tired of hearing about racism and decided we lived in a post racial society.
Yeah.
Funny how it's pretty much the same group of folks, too. y'all aren't used to not being listened to. Y'all aren't ready for it. I don't know why. Like I feel like I've always kind of lived in a state of there's something wrong, you know what I mean? But it's because I view my life through my black female or woman point of view, you know what I'm saying? And like I really think that like these people are starting to be told no, you're fucking wrong, and instead of evolving, which is human fucking nature, they're just regressing and becoming bullies. But you look stupid because bullies are often stupid and and they don't grow. So just be a non-growing ass bully at the in the middle of traffic. Do that. Just do that. I want you to. This is you, okay, and this is the traffic. This is the traffic. I want you to go in here. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Oh no.
Okay, thank you. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm sorry. I just kind of.
You're cute.
I was ranting.
Get that rant out, baby.
I was ranty.
Now get ready.
I'm ready
for the next rant.
Oh no.
All right. Am I the asshole for telling my
Slappa's choice? Ah! Slappa's choice.
Do it like Flapjack.
Slappa's choice. Slappa's choice. Right. I can't do it. It has to be like Slappa's choice. I can't do it. I can't do it on the fly. I'm gonna work on it. His voice actor energy. Anyway.
Am I the asshole for telling my wife, ma'am?
Go ahead.
Am I the asshole for telling my wife the lock on my daughter's door does not get removed till my brother-in-law and his daughters are out of our house?
Ooh, somebody's stealing.
You think so?
Yeah. Or the brother-in-law is a creep.
That's where I went like.
No, at first I was like, until my brother-in-law, and I was like,
but and his daughters.
Yeah, and then I was like, ooh, they stealing.
My brother-in-law Sammy lost his home shortly after his divorce 10 months ago.
Oh no.
He moved in with us and brought his twin daughters, Olivia and Sloane, 18, with him a couple months ago. His sister,
are they
my
both
wife,
18?
Yeah, they're twins.
Oh, I'm sorry.
His sister, my wife, and I have one daughter, Zoe, 16. And she and her cousins aren't close, but get along fine. Okay. Olivia and Sloane have no respect for Zoe's privacy. None. They get along fine. They used to walk into a room and take everything they get their hands on. They get along fine. Makeup, phone accessories, clothes, school laptop, etc. Zoe complained a lot. And I've already asked the girls.
They complained a lot, but they get along fine.
They get along fine.
Fine.
They're fine. I asked the girls to respect Zoe's privacy and stop taking things. They get along fine. My wife and Sammy saw no issue with this.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
After all, they're girls, and this is typical teenage girl behavior. I completely disagreed. Yeah, like, did you just steal people's shit when you were a teenage girl?
Me? No, absolutely not. I didn't. I shit. You want to know the truth? I stole a bag of Cheetos when I was in like second grade, and my parents beat the fuck out of my booty cheeks, bro. Like both of them. I got 2 ass whoopings that day. I didn't steal a damn thing ever since. Not one.
I stole a bag of peanut M&Ms and got sent to alternative school because I got depression.
Everybody knows you need to learn your fucking lesson.
Damn, did I learn my lesson? No. I'll steal peanut M&Ms again.
Oh no. Shout out, Mental.
Shout out Mental.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Good job, baby.
The last straw was when Zoe bought a $60 MAC makeup kit.
Mac, babe. It's Mac.
It's just Mac.
Yeah, it's
Why
Mac.
are there? Why is it like an acronym?
It's a good question. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That looks like a paint set that she saved up for over a month, and one of the girls, Sloan, took it without permission and ruined it by mixing shades together while using it. So you're gonna steal shit and not even like do it good and fuck it up? That's weird. You could have stole it and just kept it in good condition for yourself at least.
I feel like I shorted out.
What was that?
I don't even know because
That's right.
I guess you know I'm a makeup lady, you know what I'm saying? It's just also I clicked on the Mac like Instagram and it standing up for racial equity, our commitment to the Black community. Like, why did it open there? I feel like
targeted.
I know it feels really targeted, but anyway.
Oh,
what?
It's almost Juneteenth. You know they're gonna ramp up all that shit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Also, good on you.
No,
Very nice. But no, like what I was trying to get at before I'm like trying to navigate this website, but I was gonna say basically I'm just like we're like big makeup people, so that's like offensive that they were like mixing the makeup like that. That's fucking crazy. I'm sorry. Our daughter, I have taught her, even though she still was like really rough with it. I gave her I gave her her own makeup palette for her birthday, which was last Friday. And she's taken really good care of it. The one that she had before was a NYX palette and it was like really rainbow. And she took really great care of it. I mean, she was using that thing, y'all. But I could not imagine. And Mac is not cheap. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't use Mac myself, but Mac is not cheap. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just who's and for the mom to say that this is fine. I don't know, man. And how like is the OP is the OP the dad?
Yeah.
Oh, how come he's more?
Yeah. It's his brother-in-law. His wife's brother.
So like
I mean, apparently she must have grown up that way too, because she doesn't see an issue with how he's parenting his kids.
Man,
that's her family. Anyway.
But yeah, you were saying.
I don't know much about makeup, but that's what Zoe said when she found the kit on her bed and was crying. So they took it, fucked it up, and just brought it back fucked up. Cool.
Whoa.
They get along fine.
Right. That is absolutely crazy.
I told my wife, and she said she'd ask Sloan to apologize, but I got Zoe a lock after I found she was moving valuable belongings out of the house because of this incident. So, oh my God. So his daughter was just taking anything she cares about and putting it in her school locker or something? Like, that's crazy.
What? Oh, damn. But, okay. Then why the fuck did he write in the beginning that everything's fine?
Right.
And why isn't the mom taking more? It's her brother. I bet you're right. She's just used to it, and she's just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's what my brother did to me.
My brother used to make different names for me. He'd be like, "Hey Kiki," or like, call me some dumb shit, like blue hair Rika, or like blue hair. I don't know, like stuff like that. He would just make up the like
just dumb names.
Rika. Like all kinds of stuff like that. Like my brother didn't do shit like this to me. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy.
It's gross.
Makeup, art, cosmetics.
It is an acronym. Okay. Sammy and his daughters saw the lock and they weren't happy. The girls were extremely upset. Good, fuck y'all. What the fuck?
For real.
That's crazy. Y'all suck.
Y'all suck.
Sammy asked about it, and
It's not my group.
straight up told him. He said, "My daughters aren't thieves. It's normal that girls of the same age borrow each other's stuff." Well, they ask. Duh. It's not borrowing. They're straight up taking shit.
Right. And fucking it up. That's the big one, though.
He said Zoe could easily get another makeup kit for $15 from Walmart.
Okay,
and
but
shouldn't even be buying expensive adult makeup in the first place.
Excuse me?
And
I'm not
suggested
the one
my
who
wife
messed him up.
take care of this defect in Zoe's personality, trying to appear older than she is. He accused me of being overprotective and babying Zoe with this level of enablement. Is she buying stuff for adults and that's wrong, or is she being babied? Pick
right.
One. Like,
pick a struggle.
Pick a lane of attack.
Pick a lane.
Right.
Oh.
Like, and does Zoe need to grow up, or do your 18-year-old daughters need to get the fuck out of the house?
Do your 18-year-old daughters need to get a fucking job and pay for the shit that they stole from my daughter?
Right.
Oh my goodness.
I hate.
Ooh, like, I mean, I have a lot of makeup, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's like stuff I've accrued over the years or stuff that I've acquired. Man, I used to live in fear that our kids would mess it up, but I was right to trust them. Like, if I was teaching them, I was letting them play in it with me. You know what I'm saying? I was teaching them how to respect the makeup. And yeah, it was hard at first, but they only messed up once and they didn't do it again. And I didn't have to beat no ass or nothing. I just talked about, mommy's really sad because you messed up her makeup, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you teach them how to respect it, your kids are 18. She's 16. This isn't even your house. Yeah. Man.
Fuck y'all.
Get the hell on. Whoa. You're stupid.
All right, let's get to the next one. Let's keep it moving. Keep rolling.
What?
Keep rolling.
What?
Anyway. I told him this is between me and my wife, but she shamed me for putting a lock on Zoe's door for her cousins to see and preventing them from spending time with her, saying I was supposed to treat them like daughters, then demanded I remove it, but said this lock does not get removed till her brother and his daughters are out of our house.
For real, though.
He got mad I was implying we kicked them out and said her family will hate me for this. So I reminded her that I let Sammy and his family move in, which is something her own family refused to do. So she should start with shaming and blaming them for not taking their own son and nieces / granddaughters in. If it wasn't for her family's unwillingness to help, we wouldn't be dealing with this at home. Everyone's been giving me and Zoe the silent treatment, and my wife is very much upset over this.
Yo,
holy shit.
This brother-in-law gonna fuck around and make his sister get divorced too.
I hope so. Fuck that whole family.
For real. Like at this point, I would just leave. Or no, you get the fuck out. You and your dumbass family. I wouldn't get the fuck out of I'm not gonna leave my own damn house. No. Fuck you, bro.
I'm gonna call the cops.
Oh my gosh. They're trespassing. Trespass them.
I put a lock on the door.
The cops won't come, we can't rely on them. But
depends where they live.
That's true. But no, but I wonder, I hope, that is a wake-up call, because he's absolutely right. Your own family said no. If they want to be flying monkeys, the first thing out your mouth should be like, where the fuck were you then? Where the fuck were you? Why didn't you take him in? Why didn't you at least take in your grandkids? Because they're 18 and obnoxious? Is it because he's obnoxious?
Pretty much.
Is it because he's a cheater, most likely?
Ooh.
What, right? Isn't he?
Why did they get divorced?
Maybe it was
because of all this shit. Maybe the mom was like,
maybe the mom abandoned.
Ooh, they're 18 now, and she's done. She's been waiting.
Oh, just like that other mom.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh.
fuck.
God dang. Y'all will hear about that story. Oh no,
Damn!
like no, I just posted that story today on Thursday. I also read it to y'all last week. We read it last week too. Woo, that's crazy. God damn,
Fuck.
that's crazy.
All right, let me get a couple comments in here.
Okay.
Not the asshole. Don't back down. You're the only one sticking up for Zoe.
Right.
If her cousins want to use expensive makeup, give them your wives.
Bro,
I guarantee she
Bro.
won't appreciate sharing anymore.
bro,
They need to start behaving like appreciative guests.
not only that, but that's the same sentiment. Why didn't your family take them in? What if it's not that big of a fucking deal? Why can't they play with your makeup?
Yeah.
Why can't they?
Let them borrow your stuff. I love this idea. You're not the asshole, OP. You have your daughter's back and totally get her need for privacy and autonomy over her things. I'm disgusted that her own mother isn't more supportive.
Completely.
Please lend some of the mother's makeup to the twins, because obviously it's what girls do, isn't it? They love to borrow each other's stuff and use it without asking.
Ooh, something else I was gonna add on top of that is like the mom said, they're gonna hate me if I kick him out. It's the people pleaser right there. That's why she's being so placating. And how long have they been there? Because what if this was the plan the whole time? Squatter. You know what I'm saying? They can't easily remove them.
That's what I'm saying. I would call the cops.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's
getting more and more sinister the more I dwell on it.
It doesn't say how long they've been there, but he lost his home 10 months ago. Did he move in? He moved in a couple months ago.
Okay.
But still, that's...
Oh, this has only been happening in a couple months?
Yeah, dude.
Nah. Find somebody else to do it. No.
All right. Speaking of stealing, we got another stealing story.
Oh, he's stealing.
Oh, he's stealing.
Found out today. Found out the hard way yesterday that my wife is a serial shoplifter.
Well, pitter patter. Get at her. All right.
Came home yesterday to find the police at our house. Damn. That's a way to start a story. Wife told me that she made a very poor decision.
Oh.
Her claim was that she went grocery shopping but forgot her wallet, and for whatever reason decided it'd be a good idea to just leave with the groceries and come back to pay. This went about as well as you would have expected, and it was also a lie. God. They caught her by catching her plate number on camera. The officer issued a summons for her 6th-degree larceny shoplifting and a court date a couple weeks from now. A few hours later, the house of cards fell apart.
Oh, no.
The police summoned her to the station. Our kids just discovered that.
I love that. They're like finding old vines.
Ooh, they are. They found me and Kat, like.
Yep. And they're like, this is the coolest new shit.
I'm here for it. Because, like, I don't know. Like,
I feel like making a kid's YouTube channel that's how easy it is. You just, like, rehash old memes.
It's true. We'll talk about that at another time. Because, like, I feel some type of way about YouTubers for children. Not like Blippi, because Blippi was on YouTube for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it still is, but I mean, it was like Blippi was learning and like singing songs on YouTube. And he was teaching, and then it kind of got weird because he was basically advertising. You know what I'm saying?
That's every kid's show.
But yes, also, but it's like now it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna react to videos that I know are viral for kids in an effort to get some of that traction. And they're basically exploiting the kids who will eventually watch it, and they will. And they will. If their friends are watching it, they will. And I don't know. I just feel some type of way about YouTubers for kids. I don't know. Anyway, a few hours later, the house of cards fell apart. The police summoned her to the station and told her that the supermarket has biometric cameras, and they matched her face to 2 previous incidents this year.
Oh, no.
Where she loaded up bags of groceries and walked out the entrance. They each had a total for each incident right down to the penny. She admitted to it and then lied again. Why is she lying so much? Well, how did you not realize she's a serial liar? Like, what is that called
I mean, you don't
when you're
know
a liar?
if they're just lying and you don't know they're
What's that
lying. You know?
called?
Oh, like a
Pathological liar?
pathological, yeah.
Okay. I don't know. But when you love somebody, I guess everything kind of is in a rose covered colored glasses. Because sometimes when you meet a pathological liar, I've met maybe one or two in my life. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty obvious right off the bat.
Yeah, they will not stop.
Yeah, because like anything you say, they got it better, or they have a story. Like that's why sometimes like I get worried because and like I try to keep as much proof of things that I actually do because I don't want to seem like one of these people. But a bitch has lived a lot of life. I mean, that's the end of it. You know what I'm saying? So, but
You're
anyway,
lying.
what? I have
You haven't even been alive.
But no, like I don't know. But I guess when you love somebody and maybe they hid it for a while, or maybe something happened and this kind of like
Have you
snapped.
ever loved somebody so
Hey.
much that you let them lie?
Good job, baby. All right. Good one. Like, remember that song I made up earlier? Y'all will see you later. I'm gonna post the TikTok about it. I made up a dumb song too. I love you. I love you. Anyway, hey. I love you.
Love you too.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Collect yourself. It was just getting good.
I'll collect some.
Oh no.
Better watch her back. Anyway, she admitted to it and then lied again. Okay, that's where I stopped. Saying it was because money was tight. It isn't. We're not rich, but she has a joint credit card with thousands.
Oh, they're that
in available credit. Right. That's like the McMansion rich.
Yeah, like they're the poor rich.
Right. I was sitting next to her as she said it, but kept my mouth shut. In the end.
In the end. I tried to steal.
Stop.
But the cops, they were at my house when I came home.
Stop. No. In the end, they are submitting for a warrant on 2 additional charges, same as the first.
Damn.
What was that rhyme? It's like same as the first. Oh, verse. Repeat the verse, same as the first. Anyway, sorry. I'm a choir kid. Leave me alone. I got the points today. I'm just pointing. I'm pointing at the screen like I'm pointing. Anyway, internally, I wanted to completely blow up on her. What she has done is going to cost me thousands in lawyer fees for certain, and possibly her career. Ooh, do you remember that one? Remember that story we read with the lady who stalked her friend for like
and like decades, made up fake accounts and stuff.
And made up fake accounts, and then she finally got caught because they caught on. She showed up to a baby shower and she got fucking busted, and the husband was wild. Anyway, this dude. Oh, it's a Jerry. Oh, I just realized this is a Jerry.
Yep.
This is a Jerry.
This is from the perspective of a Jerry. She's doing crazy shit, and he's like, I gotta be so helpful and supportive, and just.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Listen, Linda. Anyway, what she has. It's going to cost me thousands in lawyer fees. Just use your credit card.
Yeah, you got thousands on that credit card.
Sorry. And for her, possibly her career. I'm so beyond pissed right now. I did not go off on her, though. I did my best as the stoic, supportive husband.
Jerry.
Except Jerry's not stoic, but that's toxic.
What they think they are.
Yes, like that is some toxic masculinity bullshit.
Behind my woman, no matter what.
Yeah. Reaming her out would have accomplished nothing positive. I've already been researching lawyers for her this morning. I think I found a good one with a strong public service background with the town, so he can sweep it under the rug. Your wife is a serial thief.
She's gonna
What
keep doing
else?
it.
What else has she stolen? You know
Remember
what
my
I'm
sister
saying?
stole shit like that?
What?
My sister was like klepto style shoplifting. Like,
Oh
yeah.
my God, you're right. Your sister.
I don't know if she got caught yet, but I don't think people like
I'm
that.
pretty sure she did. Didn't
Did
she?
she?
Didn't she get in a lot of trouble?
I don't know.
You know what? I don't know because your dad would have bailed her out of any situation whatsoever because he's spineless. Yeah, I said it and I said it back then and I'll say it again. Not to you, honey, but if he should ever, spineless bastard. Anyway, the toughest part. Oh. It says, I'm hoping one with a strong public service background with the town. I'm hoping that she can end up with justifying community service or possibly even continued without a finding.
Just yeah, they're just gonna let her off, dude.
Right. I am also going to be looking for therapists to try to help the underlying issue. The toughest part for the lawyer is going to be that she already admitted everything to the police. So he was trying to sweep it under the rug
Yeah.
like a good Jerry. And also, boy, you might as well just cut it loose. After you're done, start making plans to get the fuck out of the town. The whole town is going to know your wife is a fucking klepto. The whole town is going to demonize you. Everybody's going to know. You know what I mean? Everyone.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
She's going to therapy, and he got a good lawyer.
And people still gonna talk shit.
No,
Did you hear about
don't
Karen?
say it about my wife. I got a good lawyer.
You know, they're gonna be at like a 4th of July
No,
luau or something. Like
she didn't
this.
do it.
It's like, oh my God.
Stop talking about my wife.
Did you hear about Karen? Oh my God.
She got caught with
Oh
7 gallons of milk the other day. I don't know why she needed 7 gallons.
She stole some rice from Chipotle.
They give that shit away for free.
Anyway, she already admitted everything. He was trying to sweep it under. She can't tell me why she did it. There very well could be dozens of other incidents that I don't even know about. She did say she had done it at least a couple times before we met. So
she's been doing it.
She's been doing it.
She's not gonna stop.
And who's to say that he's been aware, but not aware. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you know, up front when those people, so like I don't know, maybe I just. You say that I might be more empathic than I realize. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I would feel like that energy like
you
ASAP.
put yourself in like other people's shoes and like, yeah, like you're like, how did he not know? Like he had to have known. You're giving people a lot of credit. I feel like a lot of people, a lot of men in particular are just like there. You know what I mean? They're not really caring what's going on as long as it's going on and they don't have to bother with it.
Right.
So if she's just bringing home the groceries, you don't check in on how much was spent at the grocery store.
Ooh, also you want to know what else I was just thinking is like, you know how they say, obviously the shoe doesn't fit for what I'm about to say, guys, but you know how people say that men, yes, be afraid of white men, you know what I'm saying? But you should be more afraid of the white women, you know what I'm saying? And again, if the shoe does not fit, guys, because I have plenty of all types of friends, right? But like, ooh, did I just do the I
have white friend. I'm married to a white man.
Anyway, but like, no, but like seriously, like, I fucking forget. No, that they're more dangerous because they act like they don't have any power while simultaneously like controlling everything, literally everything. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing. You know, men pretend like they're in control and stuff when they're really not. You know what I'm saying? They're bound. And I'm not saying that like it's always like that, but a lot of times you find relationships much like this one. Your own sister, you know what I'm saying, was married and that person looked the other way for a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And they know that. You know what I'm saying? And they hate it, but they did it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, anyway, so words cannot begin to express my level of frustration right now. I've spent years trying to put us on a better footing, only to have her kick in kick me in the financial nuts with this incident. You had nuts. No, I'm kidding. I barely slept last night, and I doubt she did either.
Oh, she
Man, she don't
slept
give a
good.
shit. Yeah.
She slept good,
She don't give
dude.
a single fuck, bro. Because she
Yeah.
knows you're gonna get her off.
You're already bailing her out.
Yeah, you're already in the process of
She didn't
bailing
have
her
to
out.
look
She
for a
didn't.
lawyer herself.
Yeah, she admitted everything, and she knows her husband's
Yeah.
going to do it because Jerry, you are a
Won't he
fucking
do it?
boat steadier. Jerry, you're a boat steadier. Jerry. You know what I'm saying though? But like, it's absolutely frustrating.
I know what you're
Go
saying.
check her car trunk. Whoa, that's really funny. It says go check her car trunk. That's where my mom used to hide things. Like, you know, when she would overspend, you know what I'm saying, on our Saturday. She would hide stuff in her trunk and then just pull it out a couple weeks later, or hide it under a tarp in the garage, like near the quarter, like passenger side quarter panel where her car, like, you know, the rear. She would she'd bring it in like a month later and be like, "Oh, I've had this, yeah."
Oh, I didn't know
And
we
at
had
that
this.
point, she's not lying. And my dad knew. I just knew
He couldn't do anything about
but
it.
he couldn't, because he could never fucking catch her. He
Too
could
slick.
never catch her. But he would always come to me every Saturday and be like, "Don't let your mom spend too much money." And I'm like, "What am I gonna do? I'm basically the chauffeur at this point that she feeds." You know?
Like, I'm just going for food.
I'm going for Starbucks.
Yeah. That's my mom. I can't tell her
I was
stop.
like 15, 16.
Mom,
Yeah.
stop spending money. I hate it. I hate
Right.
going out with you and you buying things.
Like, my mom used to let me drive, and like, I started driving really young. My parents taught me really, really young. So I've been
7?
driving actually around 8, 7, 8, 9, because
Damn.
like my dad took me to a parking lot, taught me how to turn like the steering wheel and use my blinkers. And then when I got a little taller, I started using the pedals and learning how to turn and accelerate and decelerate. So, I mean, yeah. And I think the first time I actually drove somewhere, I was 12, and I drove home from my middle school. But anyway.
Jesus. You're like a farm kid.
Right. But like, but like, I still like, nah, bro. I forgot what I was even talking about. What was I even talking about?
You were reading comments.
Oh, I said go check her car trunk. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I really was a chauffeur for my mom, because my mom trusted me to drive her so she could just relax, or just be like, "Oh, friends bringing in all the stuff," and then I just bring in what was in the back seat instead of in the trunk, and then Dad'd be like, "Hey, you got everything?" "Yeah, I got everything. I got it. I'm strong."
You're a co-conspirator.
What was I gonna do? What do you want me to do? Like, that's your wife. Get your wife to
handle your own wife, Dad.
Handle your woman.
That's how our kids are gonna be.
I know, it's gonna be lit. All right, but it says go check your car trunk. My ex used to steal all the time and leave it in the trunk. She would bring them in the house when she was cleaning out her car. When we got divorced. There were so many clothes with tags still on them. Oh my gosh. Even before.
Oh, the OP's responding.
Yeah, even before we met, she had enough clothes to cover a small army. I bet you she was stealing.
She was stealing.
Do you know how they do it? I think that they basically put on a shirt underneath a shirt. So like, you have a shirt with sleeves like this and it's kind of baggy, and you would put on like a smaller shirt and then put your shirt on top of it, and that's how they walk out. I was so shocked when I saw that happen in front of me. And guys, so remember at the beginning of all this, we were talking about stealing, like, he's stealing, you know what I'm saying? And I remember one time I was in choir. I'm always in choir. But one time in choir, we went to like the Grapevine Mall when it was brand spanking new here in Texas. And and we got to like roam around because we got really good scores like in UIL. I don't know if UIL is a thing in other states, but UIL is just like a countywide inter school competition, and it's kind of fun, but also you're surrounded by a lot of like competitive people. I'm not a competitive person. I just like to sing, and apparently I sing well. But anyway, but like we went to Hot Topic, right? And this dude was, I don't know, like I was bouncing. Like the rule was you weren't allowed to be alone. My mom was hanging out at the rainforest. No, no, no. I was alone. Yeah, I was alone that time. Okay. So I don't know actually. I feel like my mom was there, but regardless, anyway, I was basically, hanging out with different people. If I ran into more people, I'd split off and go with those people. If I found more people, I'd split off from them and go with more people, right? Well, I split off and went with some of my friends, and we went to Hot Topic. And then these girls apparently had been stealing from every place they'd gone into, right? I went into Hot Topic with a purpose. I wanted like one of those spiky like wristbands, you know what I'm saying? Like the studded wristband, classic three across like wristband. And the guy immediately looks at me. I'm like, "Hi, how are you?" And like, I mean, I've always done the customer service thing because, like, your parents, when they're just like, you must perform, like, you are the perfect child, like, kind of situation. Oof. Anyway, but like, um, this dude, I was like, "Hello, how are you?" And like, I gave him what I wanted, and then I gave him my money, and then he threw the money, like the change, at me, and threw the merchandise in the bag at me. And I was like, "Wow, okay, thanks. Have a good day." And then I like fucked off and waited outside, right? Well, it turns out the people that were inside still were stealing. So I split off from them, right? And I go, hang out with other people. I go to the Virgin Mobile, like where Post Malone made his music video and shit like that. And like I I remember getting on the bus and it was like taking a long time. And I was like, "What the hell's the problem?" You know what I'm saying? Turns out that they had got caught after I split off from them. And then the guy from Hot Topic, the one who was throwing money at me, is the one who caught them, right? And like made them do the thing. You know what I'm saying? And then so they got arrested in seventh grade. They got arrested, and then that guy tried to say that I was stealing too, but I had a receipt. And plus, I was like switching off with different people all day. I had alibis. You know what I'm saying? Like these people knew that I was with them. Oh, she wasn't stealing
The
from them.
perfect
Bro,
crime.
like for real, like it was honestly like crazy. Like, but I've always been like the floater kind, like in the friend group, like in the social groups, you know what I'm saying? I could like vibe and be around with anybody. So everybody was like, Fernie wasn't stealing, Fernie wasn't doing that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it took one of the most unlikely people coming to my defense for them to drop it. It was somebody who used to bully me a lot, but his mom was my dad was her boss. You know what I'm saying? And so he was like telling his mom she didn't do anything. And so his mom was like, "Listen, I know Frenny and she wouldn't do that. I believe her and you should too. Otherwise, you're just perpetuating black, blah, blah." And then my own dad was like, "You know who saved you back there? That was your little friend Brandon or whatever." And I was like, "He not my fucking friend." You know what I'm saying? Because he was so mean to me. I wonder how he's doing these days. But anyway, that's the story of me not stealing, but almost getting absolutely banned from Grapevine Mall. Yay! That's why your head sunburnt.
That's because I'm white and really pale. Okay.
It was field day today. If you forgot, burnt chicken.
Like a burnt chicken nugget.
Anyway,
Right.
I'm over it.
You're over it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
if y'all have any stories about like stealing,
Please.
or
I
if
don't
you
like people who steal all the time, but I love stories about people who steal all the time because they're always so crazy.
Yeah. Or if your parents like used to jump scare you all the time, definitely put it in the Discord. And especially if you just want to tell us stories. Details. I want to know details.
What's your dad's name?
What's your dad's name? But no, seriously, if you just want to tell me stories, because y'all know I love reading your stories. But anyway.
Yeah, I wanted to try something different and just like get a topic and then talk about it for a little bit. I don't know. See how you feel about it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Lego.
All right. It says, too many am I the asshole commenters advocate too quickly for people to leave their partners at the first sign of conflict, and this kind of thinking deprives many people of emotional growth. I've become frustrated with how quick a lot of am I the asshole commenters are to encourage OPs to leave their partners when a challenging experience is posted. While leaving a partner is a necessary action in some cases, just flippantly ending a relationship because conflicts arise is not only a dangerous thing to recommend, but it deprives people of the challenges necessary to grow and evolve as emotionally intelligent adults. When we muster the courage to face our relationship problems and not run away, we develop deeper capacities for love, empathy, understanding, and communication. These capacities are absolutely critical for us as a generation to grow into mature, capable, and sensitive adults. Encouraging people to exit relationships at the first sign of trouble is dangerous and immature and a byproduct of our throwaway consumer society. I often get a feeling that many commenters don't have enough experience in relationships to be giving such advice in the first place. Please think twice before encouraging people to make drastic changes to their relationships. We should encourage greater communication and empathy as the first response. What do you think about that?
So that to me was a lot of words for we I like using people to make emotional growth. And I think that we all should be using people to initiate personal growth. I think our partners should bear the burden of personal growth for me. And if they're not doing that for me, I don't think it's a good relationship. And if they leave me for doing that, then they're bad.
They're the bad person.
They're bad, and they're bad at relationships. I also think people shouldn't have an opinion on public forums when they're asked actual questions. And I don't seem to understand nuance, and that a lot of people are just fucking joking. Like, have you not seen the comment every time? I didn't read the whole story. Divorce it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
I didn't read the story. I hope you have good luck with your future. You know what I'm saying? Like, happy divorce. You know, like,
or just leave,
or just leave, or just like, yo, I don't know what this is, but them some good cupcakes. I made this recipe. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, that was a whole wall of text, but you should not be with that person. I didn't read it.
Right.
But it seems like you're going through a lot.
It seems like you're going through a lot. I'm just wishing you well, bro. Like, yes. And I also will say, yes, maybe people don't have all of the experience, but this isn't you wrote this with your fucking chest. You hear me? You wrote this with your motherfucking chest because, like, honestly, dear, it sounds like you need to fucking go to therapy. These are a whole lot of you problems. You know what I'm saying? I have these qualities. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to fucking help you figure that shit out. There's a difference between like growing together as a couple and making a path together than you just like, I like doing pranks. Oh, my girlfriend doesn't like me doing pranks because I did it one too many times and now she's not talking to me.
Yeah, why won't she talk to me?
Yeah.
Why isn't she working through this with me? Why isn't she
working through this with me? Mm-hmm. Nah, bitch. Man, if you don't shut the fuck up, man, I'm upset. And you know what's even worse is like, what about the people who do have experience? You know what you get then? You get the people like I one time shared a truth. I shared something personal about somebody said, I want to get my nipples pierced and my partner doesn't want me to. I commented, and like, this is the only time I actually commented in depth on Reddit, and I deleted my comment. I'll admit it. I posted about it on TikTok too. I said that you should probably be careful because my ex did this to me. He didn't want me to get tattoos. He didn't want me to get piercings. But as soon as I did, he was like, ooh, you look hot now. And it was all just a bullshit bluff because he wanted to control me. And then this commenter was like, I got like a few upvotes. And then all of a sudden, like the fucking incels came out and they were like, well, that sounds like that's just your issue. You went through that. This isn't what's happening to this person. Okay, but it's gonna. And then this person was like, well, I guess every time my wife, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yes, Yeah. And I was like, you like ran straight into the
Like,
point, and I
yo.
got tired of fighting with him, so I just deleted everything. But like, y'all be so quick to tell people who have this experience that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. People say age gap red flag relationships aren't a bad thing. Motherfucker, we have seen so much evidence, mountains of evidence on why it's manipulative, why it's bad. You hear people talking about this paternity test issue. I'm going to read a story tomorrow that I've already recorded that is about paternity tests in a right way. These incels and these podcasters are saying that you need to ask your people for paternity tests and shit for the wrong reasons. That's not something that's normal. I'm sorry, like y'all are asking people to do all this emotional growth for you. I'm not your fucking crutch. Go to fucking therapy. And it all is stemming because of the society. Society says it's okay for you to act this way. It is not okay for you to act this way. Women are tired. Femmes are tired. NBs are tired. Anyone who isn't a cishet white man is so sick of just being expected to just like hold the brunt of your emotional growth. Prove it. No, you're the one questioning me. You need to do the research. You know what I'm saying? It's always something, whether it's education, whether it's emotional, whether it's like learning about like unlearning societal, whatever the fucks. You know what I'm saying? It's always on us. It is always on us. It is always on us. This is a lot of white man energy. This is a lot of white man energy. And these people who are absolutely agreeing are disgusting. And you know what? Somebody said, I said it earlier in a video that all these like alpha male red pill podcast people, they are going to ruin their own relationships before they even get into them. I am not required to help you grow up. And I think that's the base of what I'm trying to say is like, I am out of steam.
All right, I just have a few things to say about that.
I'm sorry.
Okay, first of all, this is like a take from people who don't have a lot of experience. Because, you know, like people with a lot of experience in relationships, they know what the fuck not to deal with. They know what they want. They know what they don't need to put up with. They know that most of the time, I'd say 97% of the time, sticking with someone to help them through whatever is harming you, not going to do shit.
Right.
They're hurting you. They know they're hurting you, and they want you to stay and fix them.
Right.
And people with experience in relationships see through that bullshit. Right. And they're the ones who leave. They're the ones commenting, you should leave.
Right. Because you don't want to, because I say, like, you know, I'm not going to go off on a tangent again, but like I say 100 times, if my story can save somebody,
right.
You know what I'm saying? All the time.
Right. It's the same thing with like age gap relationships where a young woman says their 38-year-old boyfriend, whatever husband is doing all these awful things to them, and are they an asshole and whatever else. And then people are like, no, you shouldn't be with this guy. He's using you. He's awful. You deserve better. And then they are fighting with these people like, no, you just don't know him. Like, tell us more then. Like, you're writing about him on the internet, about these issues you have, and asking people's opinions, and you're pushing back when people are like, you should leave. And it's like, do you really think people get on the internet and just be like, haha, yes, everybody leave everybody else. Yes, that's what I want.
Misery. I am misery. Like, you will be misery too. Like,
right. No. That makes no sense.
Well, I'm sure some people are like that, but the vast majority
of people telling you to leave and this is bad and you should expect more from a person you're going to spend your life with is because they've been through the same thing and had to learn that lesson. They got that experience and now they're trying to help you.
Right. and they want you to do better than they
Right.
did. It's not like how these, old heads are like the boomer mentality of, well, I suffered and you
That's
should
just what you
too.
do. You know,
That's just what you do. It
sometimes
is
your
not
husband
what you
yells at
fucking
you
do.
and you
Right.
just put up with it because
Right.
he's a man.
Right. And then a lot of these relationships or these stories that you hear, these people haven't even been together long enough
Right.
for this level of
Of like,
bullshit.
it's like forced commitment. Like
Right.
you feel like if you force yourself to stay with it and stick through it, it'll be worth it.
Right. And like,
And you've only been together 5 months. It should not have to be worth it.
right.
It should be worth it just knowing the person by that
Right.
point. You know
Like,
what I mean?
right. Like, see it for what it is. And if you think like, and of course, and I say to anybody who shares a story with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're looking at all of the pieces, but at the end of the day, you know yourself better.
Right.
And so if that means that you're just like, you give them the side eye and then you like write that shit down and then you continue because you believe you can handle it. I changed my mind. Yes, if you sign it, if you like hold on in it, cool. If you write it down, hold on to it, cool. But I think that you should do that anyway in most relationships in your life. Lists. I just thought about ADHD.
Not even lists.
But no, but like no, I'm saying like lists is a thing that neurospicy people do. Yeah. But no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you put out all the things, if you write down all the things that they've ever done wrong to you, it stacks up. Do you want it to just no?
More than that, I feel like that's like a beginning point, and it will help. But people who have gone through that point, what that does is it makes you pay more attention in the moment and not get lost in the like, oh, we really love each other and we get along great because we have so much fun together.
When a switch clicks, when a switch flips,
if you're paying more attention, you'll notice like what they did hurt me.
Yeah, that hurt. I didn't like that.
You'll be able to immediately address it instead of just being like, oh, whatever, they were tired from the day, so they were mean to me. You give excuses when you're not aware of like how things can get worse.
Right. And that's why you find people going to Reddit, is because this is the first time they've realized this hurt my feelings. This bothered me. This is really sticking with me. I don't understand. That's why that's why I feel like they always start out with everything is fine. You know what I'm saying?
Like
everything is fine. And then they just like
they get along
list it off. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't even realize the fuckery they've been living with until they write it all out. And then usually you see the change of heart. It's not because a fucking commenter said, I didn't read it, divorce. I guarantee it's because they saw that.
Yeah, you go back and reread your whole half a book you wrote about all the things that your boyfriend did to you. You're like, whoa, all that? All of this?
And then, yes, because it's never like, what have we always said, Yum Yum? What have we always said? We've always said that people don't just fucking snap overnight. Right. Like a bipolar person has a cycle. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who has like emotional, like neurodivergencies, whatever is going on with your brain matter. You don't just fucking fuck the fuck off for no reason. You don't just fly off the handle. You're giving hints. You're being short. You're not having a good time. You're trying to talk about it. You keep harping on it. You keep you nagging. People say that you're nagging. And then, like in the story I read earlier, you start checking out. Why not just leave before that point? You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to stay? Like, I'm getting ready to post this video of like a 5-part video, I believe, here in a moment. Second story, you'll probably have read it by the time you hear this. But the end of it was that she was like, I don't want to be here forever dealing with this. It's not getting better. I can't turn it off. It's getting worse. And then it did get worse. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, but like the other person in the story we read last week with the lady who waited 10 fucking years to leave her husband. Like, I can't rob myself of that much time anymore. I lost 4 years of my life. You know what I'm saying? 4 years with my ex, my horrifically abusive ex. Like he haunts my life. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm so much better than I was, and I've come such a long way, and I'm so much happier without. You know what I'm saying? But he fucked me up. But I tell you what, though, I learned a lot.
Yep.
And I'm going to share what I know to save the next person from getting as fucked up as I am. And I had to heal from. I feel like sometimes I feel like, even on the outside, I like smiling and pretty, but I'm like covered in war scars. You know what I mean? I don't want anybody else to be covered in war scars.
Right, you want to help people avoid all that.
For
Nobody
sure.
deserves to go through this shit.
Oh, what an
And
anger. I'm like angry. I'm like, how dare you tell me? It's
uh,
just it's just mad frustrating anyway.
I think like there's a couple truths in everything in life. Um, if you've never done something, you're probably gonna be bad at it. So like if you're inexperienced in relationships, just like know you're not gonna be good at it. And other people who are more experienced probably can help you out
And with
and give you
anything,
perspective at least.
exactly, with anything like a new mom, a new friendship, take everything with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you so happen to hear something about somebody and it's not like egregious, you know what I'm saying? Hold on to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever we were new parents and we were like circumcision versus not, or like car seats, when do you turn them around and stuff? You look at all the sources. Like I would look at the crazy like mommy, like the mom group shit, the bloggers, the mommy bloggers, and then I would also look at the scientific shit, and then I would read like the real in between articles, you know what I'm saying, to see what all I would find. The same thing is with relationships. You see
Right.
a little bit of column A and B, much like how I watched my siblings and I knew not to make the same mistakes they did. And do I want to make those mistakes? Hell the fuck no. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody knows a little better than you and you chose not to experience the pain, it
Right.
doesn't make you less than.
I learned a lot from my parents' relationships. I learned mostly what not to do. Um, like
And I learned what to do.
we met in the middle somehow. But like what is it? Like 50% of marriages and divorce, something probably higher than that. But like if you know that, like a good relationship is a rarity. It's less uncommon than like how many people you've grown up with who are just in awful relationships.
Mm.
So, you're gonna have to cut the bullshit out if you really are going for a healthy, good relationship. That's what you need to go for. Like if that's not what it is, that's not what it is. You can't make it. Like you
Yeah.
cannot change another person. You can only
Right. I
change
mean, like, think
yourself.
about
If
like,
you're hurting someone else, you can change that.
right.
That's all inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
You can work on yourself, but you can't do the work for anybody else.
Right. But and like, what's crazy is like I bet you this person's also coming from the mentality of our grandparents figured it out. Your grandmammy burnt your grandpappy with grits. That's all I'm gonna
That's how
say.
they figured that out.
That they like would burn, they would poison, they would just disappear.
Yeah.
Like that my mom told me something horrific about like the town that that she grew up in Louisiana. Like she was like, there's a reason we don't play in the woods over there. And I was like, why? And she was like, because when I was young, you didn't know when you would come across a corpse. And I was like,
damn, mom.
right. I was
Really
like,
evil times out here.
for real. And that's like a thing. You know what I'm saying? Your grandparents, your aunties, your uncles, and the women that your grandpappy was banging on the side, acting like a Christian man, you know what I'm saying? Like they all was fucking up. Okay. We just fucking up a little less or
You know, like,
trying. And y'all want to keep making these funky ass mistakes. And we're trying to be like, no, I'm
you know,
good.
that whole like the milkman kind of like trope.
Yo, yeah.
Uh, that came from somewhere real
Oh,
because
yeah, I know.
most like women back then were married for they had to be.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And
yeah,
so, of course, the milkman was just charming them all, and it was easy, and it was true.
yeah.
They were cheating on each other so much
So
back then.
much all the time. And that's probably why. Oh, you know what I just thought about? Remember we were talking about like the podcasters and one of the stories I told with the paternity test
Mm-hmm.
situation. Remember, men are like demanding that the red pill ones, and I bet you it's from that mentality.
Yep.
The milkmaid or the milkman milk anyway.
Milk.
And but the milkman, like that whole situation, I bet you that's exactly where that even came from. But even still, times is different. People not just fucking up and coming. People aren't just dropping off quarts of milk and butter and eggs. They're not coming to like switch, like, coming to the ice box and like switching out your shit, taking the tray, bringing it back with them to the factories, coming back in next week and just doing the same thing. They're not doing that shit no more. People don't do that shit. The
We
the
got
best you
Instacart.
I mean, yeah, but that's not the same person every time. Like
Could
that
be.
person had a root. Like, it's like the fucking mailman. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the same guy.
Damn, we don't even got food delivery careers anymore. That's how bad it is out here. Like you can't even
Like,
get like a route to deliver the groceries for this
yo,
neighborhood
that's
no
a
more.
wild thought
Yeah,
actually.
right.
That like we got rid of it and brought it back. But like better. But no, like you know
Better.
what I'm trying to say though is like all of this stuff derives from places that we have learned and overcome from, and you're asking people to not overcome. That's what that means to me. It just means that
Right.
you don't want people to
Like
do better.
I
You want people to fuck
personally
up
I feel like
and get
the
what you.
world in general will get better once people stop putting up with any bullshit. Like if
Yes.
all this manipulation is immediately met with people being like, "Get the fuck out of my face."
Oh my
I
gosh.
see that shit.
Yes.
They're going to have to learn quick
Yes.
that that don't work. You got to stop
Yes.
manipulating people. You got to stop using people.
It's and you know
It'll
what's
never stop if everyone's trying to work with them and help them grow. Because you know what happens? You do that for 4 years and then you finally get fed up and you leave, and then someone else is doing it for 4 years because that person doesn't care. They're not going to change just because you leave them. You need to leave
they're just
to
gonna
protect
leave a trail
yourself.
of pain
Right.
behind them. Because those people always end up alone and they always end up hurting themselves, and it's always because they did it to them fucking selves.
Right. They're going to keep doing
And they're
it.
gonna keep doing it. So why the fuck do you even need to be
Like
there?
you don't need to. You
What?
you can save yourself a lot of trouble by noticing the red flags
For sure.
and cutting and
Ooh,
running.
man, you so right, honey bunny. Like, but anyway, fuck
I'd
y'all.
like to hear y'all's.
Fuck this
I'd like to
writer.
hear y'all's opinion.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear it. And in the Discord, in the story time chat,
Comment down below.
comment down below.
Comment in this YouTube
Ooh,
comment
you
section.
right.
I love seeing it.
We do.
We respond to everybody we can.
We do. If you notice in my TikTok, because that's where everybody hangs out on my TikTok, because I got 92,000 followers. But I even when I have old videos come up, I go through all the comments and I respond and I like them. I like interacting with you guys. I love reading your guys' comments. I love talking to you guys. I have so much like I'm not the kind of person who's just like, oh, I have this many followers. I'm not going to respond to you. No, I'm going to talk to you most likely. Does the queen respond? The goddess does.
What else can she do while she's at work but check YouTube and respond to comments?
For real though, like I usually have it up on the actual screen behind me while I'm working. But sometimes when I'm at work though, like in the office, it's definitely on my phone. So, but anyway, guys, do you have anything else on this one, baby? I'm
You
running
gotta
out of steam.
relax.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.